Today we are here in the new POI. Week 1. It is technically week 1. I mean, it is about to roll over, I guess, but this is the first week of the POI existing. And still exciting to play. My first time actually delving the POI. I've been through once on a normal setup. An undelve, of course, that kind of does make it easy, but it does at least mean I'm not going to be completely clueless, and I did kind of experience the POI at least one time. Today's build is Poise Scout. It's not really Poise Scout if you have one level of Poise, but it is. We are looking at a Wind Bomb, we're looking at Shooting Star. I just find this build pretty comfortable in general, so that's what we'll be using to all my days. We'll be using to cover the POI. And I did try my best to pick some mods which hopefully won't be too jarring in terms of the POI experience. Those are not materials at all. So no Inferno, because that does spawn weird mobs. Holy, I'm bad at this game. I have not had to contend with the FPS drop for some time. I do hope the movie starts up again. It's a bit awkward without it. I do believe it is in miscellaneous. There we go. Okay. Wow. I am so much less in control than I usually am. Just because I have to deal with the lag spike just occasionally wresting control for me. We try to have fun anyway though. So far we haven't really gotten anywhere where you can sort of see the build really shine. But I think as we enter the inner area, we might be able to see a bit of the appeal of this. Alright. Go into the sky. I really enjoy the ability to trigger Wind Bomb mid-air. Okay. These Phantoms are a little scarier than I'm used to, because I mean, the other significant Phantom is in Overworld. It's like the Oxperensis one, and the Sperensis one, it just kind of flies off once it can. It doesn't really bomb very good, does it? I do believe, yes, that mob spawns a second mob after it dies, like a miniature spectral of sorts. Run away. So, I will now proceed to talk about the build. Okay, I didn't realize it was behind me. I don't have any hunger down, so I can't eat. Why is it there? There's spawners down here. Apparently, I was not aware. I am now going to die. So The way I would describe the build is that everything goes very, very well until it starts going badly, at which point everything goes badly. You can kind of, oh my days, the transcendent missile. The transcendent missile also pulls you. I don't know if that is exactly intended behavior. Yeah, that's definitely one of the mob designs of all time, I guess. I am one level higher than I should be. So, because it has Lunacrest Solar, you have Tempo, which is a pretty, oh my days, this is still Monarchs, pretty good tool for keeping yourself safe in an encounter. It means you can take the first hit and not worry too much about it. And then the EHP piece of choice is actually Memory of the Star. You get the adaptability for free on Pulsing Orb, or rather it comes with the build, because Lunacrest Tempo, right? Is there a chest here? There is not. Okay. That's not a spawner, that's just a piece of deep slate. Where to next? Hey, that seems like a big crowd. That's 156 health on fodder. Finally, something that will make me feel like I'm actually having to fight things. I have not had the chance to really bomb stuff. I can do it now. Bye bye! I'm just gonna drop it into the ocean and be done with it. Oh my days! Okay, charging UV. I see how it is. I see how it is. How many guardians in one bubble? I do at least appreciate the high projectile speed on Shooting Star here, because I mean it's a generally useful stat, but high projectile speed is generally useful, but especially so when shooting through the water orbs. If you're using something like Wind's Gaze, it's one projectile speed, it's not getting through that water orb at all, it's just gonna stop. But the inherent momentum of the arrow on Shooting Stars basically enough to get the... It basically pierces far enough into the water that I don't have to worry about it anymore after that. I wish I was on Ranger. Ranger has some better tact, mobility. But now I'm just stuck with using Ire. I mean, if I was like, oh my day, if I was like normal, I would have Swiftness 2 and Jump Boost, and that would help. But I don't, because I need the points for Wind Bomb. Wait, another application of Wind Bomb is okay. Apparently that doesn't work at all, because the when they say invul, they also apparently mean CCI or something. What do I do? That thing is blocking the... Do this. Okay, that's a Ravager. You know, I think Fathom's Reach might finally have succeeded in being the challenge that we're looking for. This is definitely not an area I've cleared. Oh my days. Potion? Potion, potion. We're safe. I actually do not know how to get through that. We can't really face tank it. The build is allowed pretty much because of Memory of the Star to eat 2 or 3 hits just with impunity, and some more, a lot more if Cloaked is up. And okay, finally defused that. Only took a death. I don't know how I've gotten past that if I hadn't died. And okay, that's a princess. As long as I keep running in a circle, I think we will be fine. I do find it very important on this build to keep up your poise because it means you can avoid getting... Okay. If you keep up your poise, you can just kind of ignore the first hit and the second hit, and then you peel out of that. I mean, by the time you take the second hit, the encounter should by rights be over. It's Fathom's Reach. It's a bit harder to do that, but... Oh, Transcendent Duplication! Can you all go into the sky, please? Thank you. You know, the other hard part of keeping poise is that Fathom's Reach was very clearly designed by charging you. You can tell because everything tries to give you poison and wither. Very reminiscent of the Gallows subsets. Okay. Yeah, so the combination of Memory of the Star and Lunar Accelerate mean that all your situationals are basically just covering you in a good situation, and then your job is to make sure that using your bow and your dagger, you keep the situation good for you all the time. You can also just dodge. I think that's 2 Coil Colossi. That's like four of them because I have Legionary on. I'll get back there. Oh, okay, it's apparently a drop trap, but this drop trap doesn't seem to do much. Is that the Transcendent Missile? Better not be. Okay, I think we can progress. This is the most R2 POI that an R3 POI has ever felt. It's a... Everything else is like, you know, it's all like a dramatic of ruin the building, right? You have 3 different regions, or 3 different subsets, and every one of them is just like building that has been building for a war that has been taken over by other people. Or sometimes it's hole in the ground, because that's what the mycelia are up to. Like, Wolfswood has 7 POIs. Like, what half of them are coven. Half of them are coven people with coven people are here, and so coven they build their shit out. They build their stuff out of wood, and then sometimes it's like the mycelia POIs. They're all three of them, like they're just hole in the ground. I guess Vibrant Hollow is technically a mycelia POI that's not hole in the ground, but that's because it was like it's made of wood. The POI is made of wood. I hear the wheel. Where is it? I thought I was safe because it screamed once. What the heck? I didn't even see it. It would have been such a good clip too. Scary sounds. I do not know really how to deal with this whole is that a second Vespis? I'm pretty sure that Cascade's Lancer is still alive somewhere. What even goes on in this POI? What is that? Yeah, I don't know how you deal with this water blob of Guardians, because like, I mean, you can loom to block your line of sight. That's a thing you could do. On the other hand, I also don't know how you... I'm not sure how to do that without loom. I can firm, I guess, but there's not really a good... Like, look at how wide that water orb is. The Guardians can be anywhere in this water orb, and they frequently exit too, so how do you deal with that? Oh no, not the whale fall, not the whale fall. I don't know whether you would consider that a wind bomb clutch or not at all. Okay, so we need to make sure that the Sacrifice Pacifist doesn't pull us into that cesspool. That's a dread. Stay there. That's the Coil Colossus. The Sacrifice and Pacifists are both still alive, apparently. Oh no, screw off. What I really appreciate about Shooting Star is the Battling Cleanup ability. Explosive 4 deals a good enough chunk that it's not useless, but and then you don't have to expend like 3, 6, 9 bow shots to make sure that you murder all the Dreadlings, because Dreadlings are, 9 of them, and right, I forgot it was a ball trap. Dreadlings are 9 of them, and if you want to do that, you can even if you have a fragmented shaft, it's still 3 splits per. You can only hit 3 mobs per arrow. It's not like that effective. It's really nice when your bow has some built-in AoE. It's not really as good as piercing, I guess, because back up. Because piercing lets you redo another set of words are hard. It lets you do more split arrows. Back in the jeez. But I find that explosive is a pretty good enchantment regardless. Did I mine this before I ran out of air? Apparently not. Oh yeah, spawn the Leviathan in the bubble. That's a great plan. I did take 1 damage. Yeah. I'm kind of just using split arrow on this thing. I can't really reach it at the angle it's trying to be at. Oh no, I've got it. It just has wedged itself in a corner and refuses to let go. I do not mind that at all. We'll just be shooting it. And I wish I had Aqua Affinity. I wish Aqua Affinity was just generally everywhere. Like, regardless of what content you were playing. It is such a hassle to have any kind of underwater content because you're just forced to mine the spawner at 1/5 the speed. So ass. What is it doing? Go down. You know, I really do appreciate the hunger that everything gives out. It's a pretty bad debuff in the early game because you actually have to ration your food. But once you get infinite food, it's like, oh yeah, thanks for giving me hunger, I can heal faster now. I don't know if that's the greatest design choice of all time. Oh, I wish there was enough, I didn't realize that I had enough KBR to dodge the Ascension. Wait, negative 80% healing, when does that happen? Anyways, the Wind Bomb is pretty fun. I can just call the Rapture on any set of mobs that I feel like I don't want to have them to have legs anymore. I just say, you will go into the sky now, and they do. Please let me stand up. I'm collecting the Nautilus shells too, just for funsies. Okay, while I route back, interesting fun fact about this recording, I'm kind of racing against time for this one. Because my computer is a bit booked. It will start to overheat when I'm running like Monucommentary and OBS at the same time. Once it overheats too much, it will stop charging, and once it stops charging, then it's a question of the battery life, of which there isn't a lot. So hopefully this UI finishes soon. I mean, I got Conquer message, but I heard the Conquer message is pretty inconsistent, and sometimes it just pops like really early in the POI, and there seems to be a lot left in this pineapple under the sea, or over the sea as it were. This is not what I would call engaging spawner breaking gameplay. I would much prefer a little bit of Aqua Affinity in my life. Oh my. I kind of wish it was possible to stop it's in a way other than just building your own cover, but like, you know, you can dodge a twisted shaman's desecrating shot by just, I guess it's called debilitating bolt, isn't it? You can just move slightly, or you don't. It's not really just slightly. It is a significant amount of movement, but at least you don't have to block up to do it. Yeah, it'll just fly past you and give up on homing. It's kind of funny. Okay. Apparently that is the time then. Spawner does. I've always wondered what that spawner type did. Like, there's one in Shido and it just doesn't do anything. I think the Bloodthirsty kind of works against these Hydra nymphs. I don't know how you're supposed to get up there other than just recoiling. I mean, you could block up, I guess, but I didn't realize that that was what POI design looked like. Do not. I hope I hit the water. I think the whalefall can still target me, so I've got to be careful even when I'm down here. Oh hey, water from the sky. If I take this water stream, I'm definitely not gonna throw myself into a bad encounter, right? Okay, I would also maybe complain a lot less about the Arcanic Missile if its hitbox wasn't so ass. Die. You know what? I am enjoying this challenge. I usually clear POIs like no sweat, no deaths. This is... I do like this a lot. Oh. Just gonna stab it. That's the real argument for the existence of Hybrid Scout, which is that dagger is fun to just walk up to and stab to death with. Go into the sky. Go into the sky. Shut up. I know I'm slow at clearing POI. Oh, I didn't know they blew up. I was wondering what the heck was blowing up all the time. It turns out when the when the dead coil things die, they spawn a thing and that thing explodes. Yeah, I'd be pretty unhappy if my flesh was liquefied too. The end of the POI is within sight. It's like there. How do I get down there safely? I feel like if I walk along this bridge, I'm going to extremely unsafely enter this encounter. Not a fan of how exactly how much pull that thing has. It doesn't have enough to pull you into it. It just has enough to annoy you. I think there's other second passes is down there. If I was diligent about it, I would do it. I'm not. We have, what is this? Mysterious hit. We have in fact cleared the POI. No weekly chest because it is first week and it was secret, but that's the raw loot. Yeah, that much. And charms, 4 charms. So overall, pretty interesting POI. Let's see if we can climb to the top and get a good view. Why do I hear mobs at the base of my good view? Let's turn up our render just a little bit. Yeah, that's Fathom's Reach.